This week on Cruisin' New England. This week, it's the final episode of our three-part series to the New York, New Jersey area on Cruisin' New England and sometimes beyond. I'm Paul Manette, and I want to welcome you to another edition of Cruisin' New England and sometimes beyond. In the first two parts of our visit to the New York, New Jersey area, my good friend Wayne Yanone introduced us to his friends in both the Rockin' Rods and the Westchester Street Rodders. Today, it's movie cars with Jerry and Mersey. All this and more on Cruisin' New England. All my life, I've been cruising New England, meeting great people, visiting amazing places, and discovering wonderful classic and custom car collections, nostalgic automobilia, and so much more. Come on and join our adventure. I'm Paul Manette. Let's go cruising. Find out what's happening. Get up-to-date information as I travel throughout New England and beyond. To get exclusive information and behind-the-scenes photos, join me on Facebook.
In the market for new tires, there's only one place to go. Town Fair Tire. We beat anyone, any day. Online prices, we beat them. Wholesale clubs, other tire dealers, we beat them. No matter what the brand or the size, Town Fair Tire will beat any price, any day. And you always get all these services free. That's why nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Don't miss the Amherst Outdoor Antique Auto Show and Flea Market, Amherst, New Hampshire, the last Sunday of the month, April through October. Over 500 spots. Gates open at 6 a.m. with free admission.
Hi, I'm Jim Grundy, the old original from Grundy Worldwide Collector Car Insurance. We've been providing antique car insurance for 65 years, and now this year we have the latest and greatest state-of-the-art technology. Our new system allows you to go online on our website and get a quote in 2 minutes. If you like what you see, you can apply, plug in your credit card, and get your policy delivered to your email the same day. So for all your collector car insurance needs, try Grundy Worldwide.
Your special moments are something to remember. For weddings, portraits, and special events, contact Sparks Fly Photography.
Would you like to see more Cruisin' New England television? Now you can watch Cruisin' New England every day on our website television show. See past episodes featuring premier automobile collections, memorabilia, automobilia, and car shows. You'll see our visit with Charles Gould and his Matchbox Motors Micro Car Museum, the Chevy Guy, John Broden's car collection and automobilia, and a whole lot more. Join us on our website television show at cruisingNewEngland.com.
And here we are. This is it.
Awesome. I can't wait to get started here. This is really cool.
Paul, I'd like to introduce you to a friend of mine, Jerry and Mersey with the company Cars for Films.
Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you. I'm all excited about being here today because I have an interest in films like everybody else. And we know that you're one of the major suppliers to the industry for vehicles. And could you give us an overview of what you do here?
Yeah, I mean, we have prop masters typically call us for their needs in any feature film or TV show, or a set designer would call us, and then we'll discuss, what their character is doing, what era they're in, what they may need. Because typically a car like the T's or the Rolls or Wayne Chevy.
Now you also have a great inventory of vehicles here.
Yeah, we have hundreds. Yeah,
hundreds.
Yeah.
So a little overview of what your stock inventory.
Stock inventory is basically what we can't get just off the street or from the general public. We own many police cars, which I'll show you later. We must have upwards of 30 emergency vehicles, taxi cabs, ambulances of all eras. We have ambulances from 1923 up to 95.
And your facility here, it's not just a place where you're storing vehicles. You're actually repairing vehicles, painting vehicles, cleaning vehicles.
Yeah, sure. The ambulance we have in the 20s, one day it's a panel truck and with fruits and vegetables on the side. The next day it's painted white and there's red crosses on it, or it could be anything, a hardware store. I mean, we just do that overnight. Even our police cars, one day it'll be New York, the next day it'll be Chicago, the next day it'll be a county police car. It's whatever they need, and they need it right away, we just redress a car.
Okay, now if somebody wants to be in the movies with their car, how would they go about that?
A company like mine, we have a website. It's www.carsforfilms.net, and you just go on the website. There's a tab to click on. Register my car. You have a couple pictures of your car in your computer. Follow the prompts, and your car's registered.
And I think that they have to know, because I have personal experience, not as much as you, that's for sure. But I've had my car in a couple of feature films. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's 24/7 here. I'm here 7 days a week. If not just to feed my dog, I mean, I'm here every day answering the phone, meeting needs and demands, or a quiet weekend for me is running around town and to local car dealerships finding cars for my prop masters.
Well, I tell you what I'd like to do next. I'd like to have a look at some of your vehicles, see your facility, and maybe we could talk about some of the most popular vehicles and maybe some of the movies and TV shows that you've done.
Sure.
All this and more when we come back on Cruisin' New England and sometimes beyond.
Order a bunch of parts to get ready for the car show this weekend?
And I got a hot deal, too.
You think? Think again.
Oh, man.
Tired of back orders? You need NPD. With 4 strategically located superstores, orders are shipped direct to your door within 1 to 3 business days. National Parts Depot has quality restoration parts for Ford Truck, Mustang, Camaro, Chevelle, and Firebird. For your free catalog, visit NPD online or call toll-free.
When September comes, the party begins. Cruise on over to the Big E in West Springfield, Mass, September the 13th through the 29th.
Experience McMulkin Chevrolet, one of the largest volume new and pre-owned Corvette dealers in the country.
I came here because I heard McMulkin has the largest selection of Corvettes in the Northeast.
I bought a ZR1 because I wanted the fastest production car out there.
McMulkin has one of the most extensive inventories of coupes and convertibles, available and ready for delivery.
The Taj Mahal of Chevy dealerships. If you haven't been around, you got to come and check this place out.
Make it the true American sports car, Corvette. McMulkin Chevrolet is your Corvette dealer.
Cruisin' New England magazine. Plan your cruise and car show season. Subscribe today at cruisingnewengland.com or call 508-428-8055.
Cash for Gold, the place to sell your unwanted gold and diamonds. Where you sell your jewelry is as important as where you buy it. We at Cash for Gold are diamond and gold specialists. We will buy all size diamonds, gold chains, rings, bracelets, silver coins, and even broken jewelry. Often we pay 2 to 3 times higher than pawn shop prices. We also pay up to 90% of the daily price of both diamonds and gold. We are the original, authentic, family-run Cash for Gold and have been for more than 28 years. Visit us at 527 South Broadway, Route 28 in Salem, New Hampshire. Would you like more information about the Cruisin' New England Car Show series? Go to our website at cruisingnewengland.com. We're back, and I'm here with Jerry Mercy, Cars for Films, and he's going to give us an overview of some of his great vehicles.
All right, Paul, these vehicles we have lined up here are we've been using on Boardwalk Empire. Like last week, this truck had a stake body on, a rack body, and they said, oh, we need a blocking truck. Can you get us a blocking truck? So we have this in stock. We take the racks off. We lower this moving vestibule body down, put it on the flatbed. Now they got a different truck. They got a blocking truck. And what a blocking truck's job is to block out anything modern looking, something that doesn't fit the period. So they would strategically park the truck, move the camera to where everything in the background that looks modern is now disappeared.
Little tricks to the trade.
Yeah, little tricks. hell of a trick. This car here, if anybody's familiar with Boardwalk Empire, this was Jimmy's car. And when they decided that Nookie should shoot Jimmy, and it was the end of Jimmy's career in Boardwalk, we needed a car for Owen, which is his new driver. So we took Jimmy's car, we added bumpers. Jimmy's car had no bumpers, we added bumpers. Jimmy's car had black wheels. We sanded them and made them natural. We took a visor off a Model T and we put it on this car, although it's not correct for the car, but it fits very well. And you got a different car.
Amazing, really
with
amazing.
Minimal amount of work and minimal amount of effort and not much money spent. Cool. And also these were black and we nickel plated these, and the car's a different car now. These are your typical trucks of the era. You know, one day they're a hay truck, the next day they've got them filled up with crates of whiskey, with tarps over them, and they're rum running, you know. You know, we'll have six or eight of these lined up in a row, you know, running down a little dirt road or a sandy road off a beach.
So Jerry, you're actually changing the look to the vehicles at all times.
Well, yeah, some of them, not all of them, just some of them, because, you know, as with the price of vehicles, new and old, I mean, you just can't keep going out and buying and buying and buying. You know, before you know it, you're out of money, out of room, and you know, I already have.
It looks like, yeah, boy, you got cars everywhere.
I have several lots, and I have cars at friends' showrooms, new car dealers, used car dealers, just to keep them out of the weather, because indoor space around here in New Jersey is very expensive, and I'm constantly buying cars. Every week I have more or less cars.
Just keep updating that stock.
Just keep updating, yep.
So what are you going to look at next year?
Well, this car here, we just brought in this season on Boardwalk. This car is a 1921 Lexington Century. Lexington wasn't around a long time, but they made some really nice cars. And from what I understand, if this isn't the last sedan that you'll ever find in Lexington, maybe there's one other somewhere that hasn't been discovered yet.
You know, Jerry, you said this was on Boardwalk Empire, and that's the hit show on HBO. And so this is actually used in it?
Yeah, this is one of the gangsters' cars where you'll see in this upcoming season, you'll see it pulling away with looking like the Untouchables, with guys on the running board and gunfire and a lot of action and activity going on.
Yeah, I know you work 24/7, but it still has to be a lot of fun to do this.
Oh yeah, well, where else can you do that? Where can you go ride on a 20s car on a running board and watch people get shot up? You know, it's not your typical, you know, hardware store job. So yeah, we have a good time with it. You got to have a good time with it. Other than that, it'll be just a drag. It's a lot of work, a lot of effort.
Well, as you speak, you can see the enthusiasm in your eyes and your face that you love what you're doing.
I mean, we go out there and shoot for 12 hours, but you know, typically we're working for 16 because we have to get cars there, get them back at the end of the night.
And I don't think people realize that, the work involved. What are we going to see next, Jerry?
This car here, as old and aged as it looked, we're going to clean this car up, polish it, buff it, touch it up, and we have a character come up that gets a brand new car, and this will be a brand new car to present that day when this guy pulls up in his new vehicle.
So have a look at this vehicle, folks. It's gonna look brand new when you're done with it.
Well, over here we got a Model T touring car, and then we have, actually this was a manure truck off a local farm, believe it or not. On the side it says a licensed manure dealer. This truck here is a huckster, and a huckster is an open body truck that would, you know, a hardware store would use, a fruit and vegetable guy would use, or anybody looking to sell their goods and their wares. So what we do is, to make it look different, is we took some panels, we close it in, we make it a United States mail truck. The panels come off in 20 minutes, and then it could be a rum running truck. They could throw all their crates in it. And another scene, it'll become a fruit and vegetable truck by hanging a scale, putting a little A-frame in there where the vegetables are stacked up in a pyramid. You change the faces right away on these.
So you have to be a craftsperson, a regular craftsperson.
Yeah, you gotta have talented hands, talented people around you.
A lot more with Jerry and Mercy and Cars for Films when we come back. Welcome to the Town Fair Tire Recognition Award Series. Each week we're going to be giving away an award to recognize a classic car owner throughout New England. I'm here with Jim Giuliano. He's the Vice President of Marketing and Advertising for Town Fair Tire.
Paul, Town Fair Tire is a proud sponsor of the Recognition Award Series. At the end of the series, we're going to have a Town Fair Tire Choice Award winner for the $500 gift certificate.
It's going to be very exciting. Jim, let me introduce you to Michael Vineski.
Mike, tell us about your car.
It's a 1967 Ford Falcon, modified. It's got a 289 high performance.
Mike, thanks for coming down. On behalf of Town Fair Tire, I'd like to give you a plaque and a gift certificate for an awesome looking car. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Get to Town Fair Tire. You always get free mounting, free flat repair, free tire rotation, free snow tire changeover. Drive with confidence. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
We're back with Wayne and Jerry, and we're going to have a look at some of his emergency vehicles.
This ambulance here, along with the matching ambulance, these were used in a film called Bringing Out the Dead.
So Jerry, it says New York on it. You got New York plates. What if somebody wants New Jersey?
New Jersey, well then we just go to an ambulance resale store and go get another one and dress it to look like New Jersey. Although we have dressed this one to look like Chicago. And what we would do is just put some white vinyl over it and change the logo a little bit. Actually, you can see remnants of some blackouts on there now that we changed the license plate, changed the lenses on the bar light just to make it look a little different, that's all.
So Jerry, what other emergency vehicles do you have?
Oh, we have SWAT trucks, we have ESU trucks, command units.
Now, in a lot of these movies and TV shows, there's always a crash scene. What do you do if they want a crash scene?
Anytime you see a crash scene, it's never one car. It's 2, 3, 4 cars, 5 cars. And as that car gets worn out or crashed too much and they got to do a little more or back up the camera a little bit and do it over, we just pull another car into the frame and just start all over. I had a body shop open 24/7, ready for me to bring cars in. We were doing 12-hour turnarounds with repairs on cars, bringing them back and crashing them again.
So I see a lot of police cars in there.
Yeah.
Now, how does the police department or the city of New York, because I see a lot of them are lettered with New York on it, how do they feel about you having those letters on the car?
Well, prior to 9/11, They didn't pay much mind to it other than don't use any of their active precinct numbers. There's a lot that are like null and void in the city. There's precinct 4 that we used a lot. 51 is non-functional. Just there's several of them like that. And then we kind of adapted and adopted those numbers for our cars.
So that way there's no confusion.
Right, yeah, because a New York City officer will look at the car. The first thing he's going to do, he's going to ID it. He's going to say that, well, that's not a real precinct. And then he's going to look at our badges and say, well, that's not our badge. And they kind of realize that it's, for film use. Well, Paul, what we have here in this lot is all our bigger pieces. We've got our buses, school buses, metro buses. We've got our SWAT truck. We've got our command unit. We got our large ESU truck. We've got an older command unit in the back. And then we buy retired sheriff's vehicles and police vehicles, and then when we're ready for a job and we need it, we just redress them, paint them, and clean them up. And in the back here, we have many of our detective cars. We have buses over along the fence that were used in the Bronx Tale.
So this is another lot. Now we're going to be off to even another lot.
We're taking you to another lot where we keep a lot of our police cars, period police cars and taxis.
Well, let's go have a look. Jerry, I've never seen anything like this.
Well, now you can tell people you have.
Well, what do you got? I mean, let's do another one.
What do I have? Well, a few minutes ago I told you that I had about 300 vehicles. And obviously I lost count. And when they say flood the streets, am I capable?
You got me sold on that, I can tell you that right now.
We've got square body Chevys, we've got 60s, we got detective cars, police cars. We've got them of all eras. We cover, in this yard, covers from the 60s to current day. Over here, Paul, we have some real live retired news vans from several local news organizations. And we shape these back up and put equipment inside of them. So if we're on set and the director says, yeah, I want that news vans, I want the side doors open, I want the newscaster to come out holding her mic, and the video department can actually pipe in whatever they want to see on our monitors inside our vans. And I have 6 of these. I could fill up a street, I could fill up the front of a town hall, or it could be a disaster scene, and we can have news vans with their masts up and just fill up the area. We have 6 in stock. I have the largest collection of news vans in the industry.
And there must be a big call for these, because it's got to be a
oh yeah, yeah. We got 2 of them going out Tuesday.
You know, this has been great seeing all this stuff. Now, when we come back, can we go inside the building and have a look around? I saw some stuff in there that I'd really like to take a look at.
Sure, you're welcome to see anything you want.
Hey, when we come back, a lot more Cruisin' New England and beyond with Wayne and Jerry.
Hi, my name's Neil Murley, Murley's Car Care Center. We are Southern New England's Sunoco race fuel dealer. Save on Sunoco race fuel right off Route 3 in Weymouth Heights. And good luck on the track.
These are the faces of childhood food allergies. To these kids, it's not about the inconvenience of restricting peanut products and other food allergens at school or at camp. To more than 6 million of our precious children, it can be a matter of life and death. Help us keep all of our children safe. Learn to recognize allergic reactions. Know the facts about food allergies.
Visit the Wood Museum of Springfield History in Springfield, Mass., home of the world's largest Indian motorcycle collection, and Springfield-built cars like Rolls-Royce and the Duryea. Would you like information about Cruisin' New England Productions? Cruisin' New England magazine has been the premier auto and events magazine for over 20 years. Cruisin' New England Car Show series includes the Elite Dream Machines at Mohegan Sun Casino, the Super Wheel Showdown on City Hall Plaza, Boston, the Circle of Champions at the Big E Fair, and the Spooktacular Cruisin' Classic. Or for personal appearances by Paul Manette or advertising on our television show, contact us at cruisenewengland@aol.com.
Building Maintenance Services. We've been servicing the Northeast since 1990. We service and repair revolving doors, automatic and handicap doors. We can help you design an attractive, efficient entrance you can be proud of. Protect your investment and secure your property with yearly maintenance contracts and 24-hour service. Whether in office, medical, or commercial high-rise, we'll get the job done right for you. Building Maintenance Services.
We're back with Wayne and Jerry, and I guess this is where all the magic happens.
This is the room here where we do all our 24-hour turnarounds when a production company is in need of another vehicle, like right away.
Now, right behind me here, it looks, I don't know, you getting this ready for a movie, or is this just something for you're going to have in store?
Yeah, it's just one of our stock items. It's just something we're restoring because it's a nice old piece. It's actually a California truck. Somehow it found its way to New Jersey, and I found it in a backyard.
Your left hand is on a pretty special vehicle.
Yeah, this is my car I've been dying to own for years and years, 36 Cord Phaeton. This car is like iconic in the car collecting world. You know, other than having a Duesenberg, you really want a nice Cord Phaeton like this.
Now I notice up here on the lift, that's a beautiful vehicle.
That's a 1936 Pierce Arrow model 1601 limo with a divider. That's a really special car there. I love that car. That car, I think between 35 and 38, maybe 500 units were built. Who knows how many survived? And there's quite a bit into that restoration. I mean, that car's been gone through. You sit in the back of that car, it's like it being in your grandmother's living room.
I also see up here you got all kinds of motor scooters, mopeds.
Well, up here above we have a Lambretta. We have one of the first Hondas to come into the country. We have a Vespa. We have some battery-powered motorcycles, which the first one I bought was actually used for an NBC promo, because you can't go in a studio or a stage with anything motorized or with fuel in it. And then we did a movie, What Happens in Vegas, and they needed a duplicate of a Vespa, so we gave them these two.
Now we're going to look at some vehicles that were on a major television show.
All right, this car here is a 1919 Westcott. This is a 7-passenger limo with a divider, and I never heard of a Westcott when I bought this car, and I researched it. I found 4 others, maybe 5. One was in the hands of a museum, and a couple of them were in the hands of private owners in Florida, and they were all open touring cars. This is the only sedan I can find. So as far as I know, this may be the only last surviving sedan of a Westcott.
And it is a popular vehicle within your business.
Oh yeah, this car, we're using this on Boardwalk Empire. This is Arnold Rothstein's car. So what's more fitting than a nice, classy looking car for Arnold Rothstein?
Now what are we going to have a look at next? I see that beautiful...
Let's look at Nookie's Rolls Royce.
Nookie, all right, let's go look at that.
All right, Paul, what we have here is a 1921 Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost in Boardwalk Empire. This is Nookie Thompson's car, which is Steve Buscemi. And after talking to Steve Buscemi, who did a lot of research on his character, when he seen this car, he was absolutely astounded. He says, how'd you find this car? This is exactly what the man had way back when, in Atlantic City.
So Jerry, was this built in Springfield or?
Yeah, this is a Springfield car.
Okay.
Yeah, matter of fact, I registered it at a Concours d'Elegance in Connecticut at the last showing this last summer, and they wouldn't accept it if it was built in England, but it was built in Springfield, so they took it in.
Oh, that's terrific. Now, everybody asks me, if a car's in a movie, does it increase the value of the car?
Not really. I mean, all my cars have been in movies, and they're not worth any more than they're worth, street value. Some are. You get a car like the Eleanor car from those Fast and Furious movies. They were cloned. Many of them were built in tribute cars, and a car like that may be worth more, but very few.
Very few. I had a great time here today. It's been wonderful to see the behind the scenes, what it takes to, for you to supply vehicles to, television shows and motion pictures, and I appreciate all the time you gave me here today. And I hope I get a chance to come back.
Yeah, we'll make them arrangements.
Wayne, I want to thank you for 3 wonderful days.
Absolutely my pleasure, Paul. I had a wonderful time.
Well, I tell you, your club members were awesome. Your friends were really cordial to me the whole weekend. I know I'm going to have a lot of memories I'm going to be taking back to the Boston area with me.
I'm extremely happy you had a good time. That's
Great time. A great time. Hey, I'm Paul Manette. Until next time, I'll be cruising New England and sometimes beyond.